It's time to get divine with Divine Shield Libram Paladin. This deck is going to be centered around the brand new legendary Toreth the Unbreaking, making it where all of the divine shields that you have take 3 hits to actually break, thus allowing you to outsurvive a Protoss Mage and some other common matchups right now. To make the deck as consistent as humanly possible, we're going to be running a low minion count. However, a lot of ways to give our minions Divine Shield through Divine Brew or Librams of Faith, which are 3 Divine Shield minions that can have Rush. Now, for the one guide of the list, you are going to be looking for either of your Libram discount cards. This is going to be Star Slicer or Wayfarer. They're the most important cards to keep. Then you're going to be looking for any of the 1-cost cards here and Interstellar Researcher as a way to draw into some of your later cards. Flickering Lightbot is actually pretty decent also, depending on what the matchup is and if you have any of these 1-cost spells. And finally, Consecration is good if your opponent is playing a deck that is going to be putting out a lot of minions really quickly. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Keep the aura. Okay, not bad. Would be better, like, if we could coin this out, but it is what it is. Okay, I guess we can just slam down the Flickering Lightbot. Not really, like, I mean, we didn't really have any other play to do there. It kind of sucks that we have to do it that way, but okay. So it's Protoss, which actually, weirdly enough, this deck kind of does counter Protoss Mage. That's going to sound a bit strange, me wording it like that, but getting a Torgath and just keeping the Divine Shield on your face and Torgath is actually pretty decent for this list. We are burning a card next turn, aren't we? As long as it's not Torgath or one of our discounts. Like, we can even just hero power, then cast some of the cards here. I guess it's Toreth. Okay. 1 in 23. Ooh, that one's a bad burn. Not the worst burn it could be, but that is definitely a bad burn. No matter what, now we won't be burning anything, which is good. And I think this kind of puts it... Oh, no, it doesn't put them out of range because they can't have the 3-cost spell. That does 5 damage. Oh, well, it's fine. I'm assuming that's probably counterspell. If you're discovering... Well, it could be counterspell, or it could be, like, maybe ice. Yeah, honestly, like, all the secrets it could be aren't bad. Okay, so it's not counterspell. Okay. Imagine if we had the Lanessa now, because then we could just buff up our minions. And a photon cannon for the perfect lethal. That sucks. Libram of Justice is only enemies, right? Great, an RO manager. I don't really need that right now. That has to be Oasis ally. I guess it could be Explosive Rune, which is fine. Okay, it is Explosive Rune. Good to know. Didn't necessarily need it anyways. It would be nice to have that up. I guess we could have put a Divine Shield on it, but they'd instantly ping it. The sad part is we do have a decent amount of draw power, and we're just not drawing into the draw power, right? We have like 6 points of draw power. I would also take a Toreth, just because, like... Oh, actually, you know what? I'll take that too. Hoping for one of these. Exactly this. Oh, there's the Toreth. Oh, that's good if our minions survive. Like, that's just GG at this point. Or they'll just have the Colossus. Okay, well... At least they can't bounce it back to their hand. Okay, well... If I use this, put a Divine Shield on our face, and this is going to look bad. But we get rid of the minion to get rid of the minion. Like, it's a 0-cost minion. It's that there. Okay, so they can't kill us, I don't think. Actually, I say this, and they can. If I did not attack with our hero into their minion, yeah, we should have just... Well, maybe they don't see it. Actually, no, they can't kill us because they have to... Great. Freeze everything for 2 turns? That's fine. That's actually A-okay. Okay, do this. Okay. I don't really necessarily care if you keep freezing our minions out. Because it's not like... Okay, the thing... Oh, another freeze. Sure, why not, right? Okay, what cards are we looking for here? Actually, Maul or Star Slicer? Star Slicer would be really, really nice. Though I will definitely take that. Because the Divine Brew is really good. Oh, and Star Slicer. Let the fun begin. Yeah, I don't think I can... Okay, we just go face. We just gotta get Torgath above the HP pool where he'd instantly die to shit. I'm trying to think of, like, how they out this board. The sad thing is, like, you can't, like, give Divine Shield to something that already has Divine Shield. So basically what they're hoping to get here is... Oh, I guess they are Astral Phaser is the win condition here, right? Yeah, freeze everything out once again. Which sucks, but it's okay. And they pop the Divine Shield. Actually, that's a huge mistake. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Wait a second. Thanks, I guess. I mean, we do kind of put us in a little closer to, like, lethal range. But, I'm gonna use this on here. This is our next biggest minion. We'll keep the last Divine Brew for later. This was a good game. I'm going to lose it somehow, but it's still, you know... We'll take 10 damage to face. But even if they ping this, because they don't have enough mana, they can't get above 10 mana, and let's go. Okay, temporary game against DK. Let's see what they have in store for us. So, here's the thing about DK. If they're playing Pure Blood DK, Corpse Explosion can actually just ruin our main win strategy. And by main win strategy, I mean getting Toreth on the board where you're just going to sit on a bunch of Divine Shields. However, we can still win through things like Vanessa into a bunch of board buffs, as long as we make one minion really, really big. Speaking of our good old friend Toreth here. Okay, coin into so it is blood. Okay. Or at least sucky DK. We could just slam down the bot here. That's not bad. Okay, there's... Of course, they'll have an instant removal tool for it. At least we can get rid of one of them this turn. Actually, we could hero power, and then use armament, and then draw a few cards. It's only a 1 cost, but maybe we get amalgam. The one thing that I really wanted to kind of showcase with the deck would be just buffing up amalgam a ton of times. The problem I ran into that is like space. I have like really bad issues with space in this list. Like it's insane like how much more space that I would love to have in this list. Oh, well, I mean, at least that could get rid of one minion, but I think we're just going to get the discount. In hindsight, actually, going for the URL play probably would have been better. Yeah. I think we also probably need to start running Consecration in the deck. Just for situations like this where I don't really have an answer to it. But at least, like, URL can clear one out and then give us a little bit more advantage here. Okay. Okay, we get rid of the minion. At least we're not burning anything. Oh, there's the slicer. And we're gonna slice them up, I guess. Slice them up in game, not if YouTube you're watching this, not in real life. Okay? Is Xavius 2. Alright, let's heal ourselves. At least this should survive, I think. Might as well slam down one of these. Yeah. I am a little bit worried about the corpse explosion in our nearby future, but I mean, maybe they just want to sit on the leech as long as humanly possible. Husk would also be kind of bad for speak it into existence, why don't I? Oh, that. Okay, that's interesting why they did it like that, but okay, we'll just go for it, I guess. Use wisdom here. That gets divinity. We need to get rid of the husk. As much as I don't want to get rid of it, we definitely need to get rid of it. And then we can get rid of another one of these here. We can coin into... Actually, do we even want to coin into... Might as well buff this up. And just pass it back to them. Lanessa would be a really nice top deck right about now, actually. Oh, well, there goes our board. That's okay. I am a little bit worried about the fact that they have 59 HP. That could become a problem. Maybe not right now, but it could become a problem. Let's do it like this. Oh, draw 2 more minions. And actually, oh, Lanessa. Don't mind if I do. Slam down the flickering bot. And then go face. Technically speaking, that Divine Shield is probably not long for this world, but who knows? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Oh, I should have buffed up something that wasn't Dorgath. I forgot about Headless Horseman, which means they're rainbow and not pure. Okay, so they... Wait. Corpse Explosion is 2 blood runes, right? So they probably can't run it. Or is Husk also 2? Okay, let's slam down Lanessa. Let's buff up our little light bot here. Don't think this is game, but we can probably get pretty close to game by buffing this up a bajillion times. If we get it out of the range of, like, a Corpse Explosion, that's actually pretty nice. That's not bad. That's not a bad hit. Not bad at all. Okay, so now we get 4 of them back. So the only thing we are really worried about is Wild Pyromancer into Poisonous Breath, but did they burn the Wild Pyromancer earlier, or the second copy of it? Vampiric Blood, back up to 40. Sanguine Infestation, what are you... Oh, you're looking for Ceaseless, aren't you? You know, I don't think I need to BM my opponent next turn, but we definitely are going to. I'm so sorry. Sure, get the 8/8 out of her hand. Why not? Okay, well, you know, let's buff this one up by a bajillion. How big can we get? Oh, it looks like even the 50 HP or 44 HP isn't going to matter here at all. Oh, manager into a portal. Into Divine Brew ×2. I'm feeling a bit divine here, but I guess our opponent is feeling a bit gone. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, I played 20 games with the deck, ended up with a 50% win rate, which is alright. It's not the best deck in the world. It's not the worst deck in the world. Honestly speaking, though, the one thing I might want to change with this deck is changing out the Libram of Faith for She Shanty, because I feel like this card would be online a lot more often than the Libram of Faith, but I really like the synergy between these two cards, and that's the main reason why we went down this path instead. Overall, I don't think this deck is better than the stereotypical drunk paladin list that is floating around right now, but if you're looking for something a little bit more unique than that, then try this one out. Otherwise, skip out on this one, and until next time, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.